Welcome back to another video. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to this channel, I would like to say welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for returning. So in today's video, my husband and we're actually doing some little home chores, and I decided to include a little bit clips of what we're doing. So we have some overgrown tree branches that we need to actually cut down. So my husband and we purchased this maybe 3 weeks ago, but because of the rain, we wasn't able to get outside to actually do it around his work schedule. And so we just kept putting it off until the ground was basically dry enough in order for us to come out and get it done. We had no rain the night before. And so this particular morning we got up and was able to tackle this project, and it looks so much better with these branches down. Now we need some more that we have more that we need to cut down, but we're going to do that another day. Right now these branches are just in the way. It's either scrubbing the cars when we drive through, or they're actually not getting enough shade, not getting enough of sun on the side of the house. And so we're cutting those down as well. So that is actually what we're doing. And then also in today's video, I'm back into the backyard with the help of my husband, and we'll be finished working on the DIY patio. So let's get back into this video. So cutting these branches here on the side of the home is going to allow more sun to actually get on the ground on the side. So that way when it rains, the ground can dry faster and water would not just sit there. We had a couple of trees. It's a big gap. I think I can explain that then to you in another video that's coming up. But we had a lot of trees. I mean, we had trees that was in the front yard, 2 trees that was in the front yard that we cut down, and we had to actually cut those down. The bark was falling off of those, and so we had to get those cut down, and we got the stumps ground and moved out of the ground. We had a tree that was in the backyard. Now, I didn't want that tree cut down, actually. I went to work and came back home one day from work, and that magnolia tree was gone. So hubby had that removed. We also had a lot of tall bushes, scrubs that was in the backyard. But the reason we had those removed, it was like 10 of them. We had them removed because it was just always a lot of spider webs. And so when the bug man used to come and spray the home, he explained to you it was because of those particular bushes that was there. And so we got rid of those. And ever since we got rid of those, we had no issues with spiders nor the spider webs. So that worked out. Now we done went from the back to one side of the home. Now we in the front, and just cutting down some of the branches here, because when our neighbor as well as my husband parks there, the branches are hanging down to where they are scrubbing either the truck or the neighbor's vehicle. And so we are cutting those down, and then we're going to move to the other side. We didn't get to finish the other side completely as much as we want to. So we're going to have to come back out another day to finish that. But it grows so fast. We went out during the winter season, and we cut all of those branches and trees down and back to where it was really clear, like almost over there. And just to see how it has grown over there to where I don't even walk on that side of the house because I'm afraid. You can see here, it just amazes me, but it grows so fast. Let me apologize for being in the camera. I didn't realize it at first, and then I thought about it, and I had to get out of the way. So okay, so now we're moving on to the backyard project. So as you can see, I have all of the pavers down. Remember, these red bricks are not going to be included in the patio. They're only there to hold the space for what is going to go down. And so now that I have these pavers, what we're going to do is get them clean. I was going to pressure wash these, and then I just didn't feel like taking that out, especially since we had already been out this morning and was out a couple of hours. And in that direct sun, it was pretty warm that morning. So I'm taking some Dawn dish soap, taking some of the mildew and mold stain spray, spraying it over the pavers. I let it set there for a while, and then I just took the hose and I put it on the jet setting of the nozzle, and I gave it a really good clean. Sorry for the brightness of the sun as I move in the angle of the camera. So yes, that's what I'm doing. Now, in the last video, I ended the video with this. All of the pavers was not put down. I had only 8 more that I needed to put down. And so, not this particular day, but the day before, I was going outside. My husband had just got off work, and he said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Hey, I'm going out here. I have 8 more pavers that I really need to get down. And I just really want to get that down. I will just feel so much better if I can put those down." He came outside, helped me put them down, and we was out here outside maybe 5 minutes to put those other 8 down. I was so happy. 5 minutes. It would have took me longer than 5 minutes because they're really heavy. And the way that I'm moving them, I moved them so that way I didn't put any strain on my back when I was moving them to put them in place. So as I'm spraying them, I'm walking across again. I did use my leveler, my level to see, was it level? You'll see where I'm standing at now. I think it's the third one. That one, it gave the illusion that it was level, but when I stepped on it, it wobbled. So you will see me later in the video of me taking the paver gravel, putting it up under that particular paver and getting it sturdy. And then I finally got it leveled out. So that worked out. I'm also going to move the DIY flower pots that I have with the posts that I screwed in, and then I put in the cement bags, and then I also put in, once it dried, excuse me, I put in the flowers in them. And so you'll see me moving those over as well. So that actually was one of my garden tools, and the handle had actually broke off of it. And so that is what I have been using actually this whole time. I have been using the whole time of lifting up the pavers off of the ground actually. So now you see that I am actually rolling over the DIY flower pots. Those actually the wood, I actually utilize those in the cedar blocks that you'll see that would be moved over shortly for as the bench. And so, and nothing is wrong with the wood. This is pre-treated wood. I had just painted over the wood when I had it actually sitting back on the porch. I think I included a picture of that at the end of my very last video. And I'll include that video also at the end of this video that you can see. And so now you see that I'm actually moving over the cedar blocks. They are glued together. I glued those, 3-4 years ago with liquid nails. And they weren't even that heavy to move, but my husband came out and helped me move them. I explained at the end of the video why I blocked that out of the video. But we moved it over on the dolly as well, and it was easy to move those. Now I am just cleaning off of the cedar blocks, cleaning to get in the little dirt that's out of the inside of them. I do need to touch up the paint on those, so I'll touch up that paint when I also paint the new 4x4s that are going to go into the pavers to actually make the seat for the bench. So that will be upcoming as well in maybe the next video or the video after that. I'll have to check and see. But those will be painted as well as the 4x4s. Also, I will be making 2 more of the flower pots DIY, which you will actually see me making those in the video. Okay, friends. So, here's where we are. Okay, I am going to add another row of pavers to the back. Okay, remember the red bricks are only here to hold. I have plenty more of the gray ones that's going there. You see me putting in some of the paver stones, and that's the rest of more of the white rocks. Okay, I have 2 more of those pots. This is a DIY that I did years ago. I'm gonna clean and get the mildew off of that as well. I was gonna pressure wash, but it's morning time. You can see I'm in the backyard. It's hot, okay? But I wanted those off of the back porch. Okay, so I'm gonna eventually clean this or whatever. I'm going to touch up the black paint on these. And yeah, it's coming along. I do have 2 more of those pots. They're going to go back on the last row when I add the very last row, because I just want this just to be a nice little sitting area. So it's coming along. Remember, I know it's messy back here. All of this is going to get raked and cleaned off when we get the friend of the family to come out and do that. As I told you, I'm afraid to go back there. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, so you seen basically my husband and I, we came out here this morning and we cut down some of the branches that was just in the way of certain things. So we got that done. Also, I did take off the camera because my husband went in the house to shower, and then he peeped out the door and seen me moving these cedar blocks that I glued together, and he came out here and moved those. So I didn't show him moving those because he had took a shower. He was shirtless. So anyway, we got those out here. You see me moving those pots. Remember, those pots came from Sam's, and Sam's actually had those for $14.99 at the time they was on sale, but I got those for a steal because they are very large. It's coming along. I'm excited. I'm glad to finally be getting some of the things off the porch. I have a few more that needs to get off. I may get back out here again this evening. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by today's video. I greatly appreciate each and every last one of you. Just remember to always be bold, be creative, and most importantly, be you. And I say that because you need to give yourself grace. That is something that I have learned to do. I used to put so much pressure on myself that things had to be done. It had to be done right away. It had to be done the correct way, like the first time. And so I'm learning, just like with those stones in the front. I put the cardboard under those rocks, but anyway, that's going to be changed out. Until next time, friends, bye.